Greg Parranto of Endeavor Orthopaedics. Yes.
Yep.
All right. So we're going to ask you the classic bullpen 3 questions. So Greg, let's start with what brought you here?
Well, I guess to the orthopedic space.
Right.
I started out in the Army, so I spent 12 years in the Army, and did some time overseas, a couple of deployments. And when I got out of the military in 2007, I had no clue this industry existed. The healthcare space, I didn't know, and I interviewed with a bunch of companies. And I found out about Synthes. And I found out about orthopedics and said, wow, this is an industry where I can help surgeons help patients. And I stopped all the other interviews and was all in on entering the healthcare medical device space. And then I spent 16 years with Synthes and Johnson & Johnson, all in the orthopedic DePuy Synthes space. But I really liked the entrepreneurial side, the development side, and that was kind of missing. So I went back to school, and this is kind of leading to how I got to know to you guys. I went back to school at Kellogg Northwestern and got an MBA, and then looked for an exit to a startup. And about a year ago, I joined Endeavor as the CEO of that company, which we'll talk about. But another CEO who I met through Kellogg is a member of the Bullpen, Connor Herman. And so she invited me to the welcome event on Sunday night, and that's how I got introduced to the Bullpen, and it's been a nice experience. And so yeah, excited to learn more about this group. It's been great so far.
Excellent. Well, we love to have you pitch here, absolutely.
Thank you.
So now you mentioned that you're going to tell us a little bit about what are you working on now? Tell us about your latest project.
Absolutely. So Endeavor Orthopaedics is it's an avulsion fracture company. And so avulsion fractures are any fracture where you've got a bony fragment that's attached to a tendon or a ligament, and they're just very difficult fractures to fix because it's relatively straightforward to fix the bone. But once you mobilize that joint, those muscles and tendons are pulling on those bony fragments, causing a very high reoperation rate. So Dr. Brent Norris down in Tulsa, Oklahoma, great surgeon I've known for a long time, came up with an idea of attaching the sutures to the plate, and having basically combining your sports medicine with your orthopedics into one construct to offload those deforming forces and provide a better healing environment for those type of fractures. And they bootstrapped it. He had a couple other founders. They filed a bunch of IP. They got FDA approval for their first product, launched the product in 2023, and they didn't have anybody. They didn't have direct employees at that point in time. So they did a search for a CEO, and one of the founders came on as a COO. And in about a year ago, so December of 2023, I joined the company as a CEO, and we just today did 2 cases, so it was 119th case today, 118th and 19th surgery today. Okay. So we're seeing great results. And our first product is for the patella, the kneecap.
Okay.
And that type of fracture has about a 50% reoperation rate. And we're seeing less than a 5% reoperation rate.
Wow.
So great clinical outcome. We only have 3 employees, so got to raise some funds and grow the commercial organization, expand the portfolio. So that's what we're doing.
Well, it sounds like they were lucky to find somebody as expert as you and with great connections too to get this operation off the ground. Well, so now it's the time for you to ask the Bullpen members for something. So what is your ask for the Bullpen?
Well, so what you just said, my experience is all in building organizations in orthopedics, but it's not the startup space, right? And so this is my first time at JP Morgan. It's my first time raising money, right, and raising funds. And so I think there's a lot of folks here with a lot of expertise in how to do that properly. And I would love some advice on making sure I'm doing this the right way, introducing me to the right people, which is what I'm already getting. But yeah, that's the biggest ask. I feel like I'm pretty good with the clinical side and with the potential exits and the acquisitions, because I was on that other side of the table. But you don't know what you don't know.
You don't know what you don't know.
This is the group.
Well, and I'm going to say you're in the right place, because not only do we have the best view here at JPM Week,
absolutely,
but we also have some great food, and we've got really top-notch people to talk to. So whether you're talking to any of our founders or the advisors or the investors who are joining us, they're all going to have some really great advice for you. And our point here is to really find someone to help and repeat. So that's all about the Bullpen. So
excellent.
I hope you really enjoy your time here.
Well, thank you.
All right.
I am so far.
Thanks again, Greg.
Okay. Thank you.